The 19th chapter of the Apocalypse describes two armies that battle at the end of history. The first army is described in this manner.
Then I saw the heavens opened, and there was a white horse. Its rider was called Faithful and True. He judges and wages war in righteousness. His eyes were like a fiery flame, and on his head were many diadems. He had a name inscribed that no one knows except himself. He wore a cloak that had been dipped in blood, and his name was called the Word of God.
The armies of heaven followed him, mounted on white horses and wearing clean white linen. Out of his mouth came a sharp sword to strike the nations. He will rule them with an iron rod, and he himself will tread out in the winepress, the wine of the fury and wrath of God the Almighty. He has a name written on his cloak and on his thigh, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Apocalypse 19:11-16. And the second army is described in this manner. Then I saw an angel standing on the sun. He cried out in a loud voice to all the birds flying high overhead, "Come here! Gather for God's great feast, to eat the flesh of kings, the flesh of military officers, and the flesh of warriors, the flesh of horses and of their riders, and the flesh of all, free and slave, small and great." Then I saw the beast and the kings of the earth, and their armies gathered to fight against the one riding the horse and against his army. The beast was caught, and with it the false prophet who had performed in its sight the signs by which he led astray those who had accepted the mark of the beast and those who had worshipped its image. The two were thrown alive into the fiery pool, burning with sulfur. The rest were killed by the sword that came out of the mouth of the one riding the horse, and all the birds gorged themselves on their flesh. Apocalypse 19:17-21. The first army is led by Jesus, who rides a white horse. This symbol of Jesus shows him as a warrior king. He is followed by the saints, who also ride white horses. The second army is led by the Antichrist and the other kings of the earth. They are followed by the inhabitants of the earth who accepted the mark of the beast and who worshipped its image.